Hello everybody, welcome to Pro Wrestling Clash. I'm the Mastermind Ollie Spring, joined by the Emissary of Truth, TJ Lee. And TJ, we have ourselves a triple threat to open the night.
Yeah, we are so happy to be here for Clash. What a beautiful venue, beautiful area to be in. But we're getting straight into Ollie. And man, triple threat match with heavy implications going down the line.
You can say that again, my friend. Of course, the winner of this one will go into the main event for show number 2 for the first ever Pro Wrestling Clash Championship.
Hot and fresh out the kitchen, April 29th. But we've got a hell of a show to get through first.
I love to see these new faces. Love to be introduced to new characters. And here we see Nero Leon
from the underworld, a very intense dude. Crawling his way out, staring down anyone.
Not a lot is known about this guy, but I'm excited to see what he can pull out.
Getting a full ramp so he can do the animalistic crawl. Now it's taking someone's phone in his mouth. Certainly a unique entrance.
Clearly is intrigued to be here as I am to see him.
No kidding.
And of course, folks, this is one match of 3 that is going to be taking place tonight, with the winner of each going into a triple threat for the Pro Wrestling Clash Championship.
And we have a lot of action in between that as well. Do not sleep on Pro Wrestling Clash.
Yes, we will be seeing CJ Carter take on Marcus Anthony in a match 20 years in the making.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? That's going to be incredible. We've got Gene Munny and Cara Noir.
That's right, main event for tonight.
And big wavy Roy Johnson against Anthony Mafia, man. Nina Samuels, Jade, we've got it all.
We've got so much happening right now. But of course, triple threat matches need a few more people in them. So joining the mysterious one in the ring right now.
Very intense mood lying, and that is the man known as Tengu. Now, in my culture, in the land of the rising sun, Tengu is a legend. It's heavenly dog, and they're seen as creatures of mischief, creatures of destruction and violence. And Tengu represents the Yakuza side of things, where if there's a problem that needs to be taken care of, he will do it quickly, he'll do it cleanly, but he will leave his mark. And it's something you don't see in a British wrestling ring often. It's very interesting. Very unusual and dare I say very intense.
Another intriguing guy. I'm yet to call a.
Tokyo in Japan, it is the Yakuza hitman Tengu.
I'm yet to call a Tengu match. So this is definitely intriguing. As I say, 2 very mysterious characters.
Very mysterious. One very animalistic, one very intense. But you don't want to clash with the Yakuza hitman. Not with the experience that he's got. Of course, the third man coming out, though, no slouch in his own right. Man, you and I are familiar with.
King of smooth style. The first time I saw Sammy Smooth in action, going back years and years ago to the Woofton Centre in Milton Keynes. And even from then, when before he had the exposure and the experience he has now, I could just tell, you could see in the way he moved, the way he walked, the way he talked, he had something special. And the further this guy's career goes, the more that point is hammered home that this guy has something special indeed.
There's the smooth one himself, Sammy Smooth. Looking every bit the part of a contender. As do the other 2 men there. They all look like they belong in that ring.
From the Hard Rock Hotel, it is Smooth Sammy Smooth.
Cheer up, please.
So again, folks, this is a triple threat match. Winner of this will be going to the main event at our next show.
We are back in Borehamwood as well. Same venue, April 29th. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. Very interesting start here. Nero just sizing up Sammy Smooth while Tengu just watching from a distance. And you notice Tengu does not look like he's come to wrestle. Looks like he's come to fight. You know,
well, it looks like he's
fair.
If you ask me, he means business.
Well, that's very Yakuza style. Their honor and respect is very much an important part of the job. Just because you're killing someone doesn't mean you don't give them their dues.
Oh, I'd be pretty surprised if we see any deaths in this match.
Oh, I should hope not.
but two
very
quick
quick
roll-ups already out of the... Oh, mate, that 3. Mate, oh,
look at that, deadlifting him up for a German. Can't quite get it.
Yeah, waist lock. A misdirection there. Nero Leon gets out of the way. Tengu eats a clothesline and double knees from Leon.
Big start, lovely pop-up European uppercut. Not enough to keep him down though. Very high flying as I was expecting from Nero, but straight into
broke out that full Nelson into that enziguri.
Oh, nicely done, throwing him into Sammy Smooth and spiking the DDT.
Yeah, using his own momentum against him.
The taller, leaner man here, Sammy Smooth, got to try and take advantage of the of his long limbs, while Nero using that quickness with a big succession of strikes.
Educated feet, or should I say paws? I mean, I'm no language expert, but I'm pretty sure Nero Leon is the Black Lion. Pops up and over, and notice that there teaches a slight little kick on the way through.
Just some momentum sending him out.
That's it. Usually in that situation, the guy would kind of run and shoulder first into the ring post, but that extra little boot from Nero Leon, just making sure that Sammy Smooth was dejected to the outside.
Clever.
That was smart, yeah.
You know, wear him down and get your licks in, because then you could take advantage when the men stumble to their feet. And we see opportunity.
Cannonball into the front row, practically. Right into your laps.
Animalistic dive, but you know what? When you get two guys there, you're already wearing them down. They're just getting to their feet. The muscles already straining. Why don't they make them take your weight on top of that? Clever. And remember, you only need one man to pin. You don't need to worry about the other guy if he's out the ring.
And that's true, but you do have to have eyes in the back of your head, because you're going to have to take a lot to put both guys down where you can pin one and you know the other one's not going to be an issue.
Nice gut kick there. Couldn't quite follow up on it. Oh, what's got? He was going for it. Oh,
it's going prone in the corner. Oh, basement drop kick.
Wow.
Right between the shoulder blades.
They're losing some fangs there, but watch out for Tengu.
And this is what I was saying, Tej. You cannot pause for a second in this environment. You think this is crazy now? Wait until the next show, hot and fresh out the kitchen, when the main event for the championship will be in this exact environment.
And we don't even know who the triple threat will be yet. We have no idea at the moment. This is going to be an interesting
He's got that locked in again.
Going for a second time.
Tying the arms up.
And that mask is not going to protect his face.
Oh, another drop kick right between the shoulder blades.
Went a bit higher this time. That added impact's going to smack his face into the turnbuckle.
And Tej, the way he wraps those arms up really exposes that kind of fleshy bit right between the shoulder blades. The amount of muscles that are concentrated in that area.
Can't quite get it. Now going for both of them. Interesting here. Look at the pure strength of Sammy Smooth.
It's going for like
it's almost like a torture rack. Whoa.
Yeah, stretch hold. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Into a Boston Crab as well. Double submission attempt.
What an incredible maneuver. Hyperextend the shoulder joints and the knees of Nero while also pulling on the back of Tengu.
But you notice that he couldn't quite hold them both down.
A problem halved is a problem solved. You're absolutely right though. Couldn't quite get them get the full momentum on that, but still damage done nonetheless. You only need a few seconds on a hold for that to really feel the effects. And who knows how long this match is going to go on for. We could be here for 20, 30 minutes, and after that, your arms, your leg, your back, they're going to be aching, and you can't get any offense. But Tengu, to his credit, going for the taller man here, throwing caution to the wind. Oh, wow. Knee slammed. Compressing those knee joints.
Don't see that very often, and I think that's that unorthodox style from Tengu, that Yakuza background he has.
Yeah, that's definitely got to. Oh, look at that.
And that's just cocky. That's, I mean,
meditation shop. I mean, that's he's got that Eastern style meeting Western values. You know, we've got a much more of a technical sort of resume here with our wrestlers, whereas in the Far East it's a lot more stiff. A lot more dangerous moves, I dare say. And
you talk about stiff, Tej. That forearm right there from Tengu.
Exactly, but when you've got a taller man, when you're cutting down a tree, you will always go for the bomb. You'll cut the base.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, wait.
Bloodline's going to fly.
Nicely done.
Missile dropkick with a kip up.
This is advantage, though. This is what I'm saying. You've got to take an opportunity if you see it. Look at the kicks, though.
A leg sweep as well. Oh, running Red Star press.
Doesn't finish there.
Just no wasted movement right now.
Knows what's like a good first impression. Beautiful.
What a moonsault from Nero Leon.
Very lax cover, though. And Sammy Smooth taking advantage. And every man is basically watching for a mistake to be made that they can capitalize on. It's clever.
Tease, you've got to think if this was a one-on-one matchup, that would have been game over.
100%.
It's the
Beautiful
thing.
European uppercuts
This
here.
triple threat environment, you cannot pause. You cannot take your eyes off the game for a second.
Ducks it again. Another European. That is a specialty of Sammy Smooth. Really likes that European uppercut through the jaw. Beautiful blue thunder bomb.
2, and Tengu in out of nowhere.
Ollie, who do you give the advantage to at this point?
Well, at the moment, the only person I'm really familiar with is Sammy Smooth, but...
Well, familiarity aside, you've got to admire both the other men.
The level of unpredictability in this environment right now.
Tengu's like unorthodox, like sort of strikes and slams, and Nero throwing caution to the wind with his body. Both these men now working tandem offense.
Kind of like a barrel roll kick there from Nero Leon. And again, reverses out.
Using each other's bodies as a weapon. It's very clever. Wow, got down for the meditation prey.
Sweeps the leg.
What's he going for here? Almost. Oh,
tying him up. What is this?
That's a definitely an orthodox move. Using his body weight to compress that leg joint into a way it shouldn't be bending, and also getting the forearm.
Yeah, the arm is trapped and bending it in just such unorthodox ways.
And actually keeping Sammy Smooth away while doing this. Look at this.
A deadlift
Incredible.
German.
1, 2.
And that's one way to try and get the win. Keep one guy down while also pinning another.
I am so impressed by all three of these competitors. First, we see Sammy Smooth with a double submission. We see Nero throw caution to him with series of kicks and flips. And now we see Tengu submitting or trying to submit one opponent while deadlift German suplexing the other one. These guys clearly want to make a good impression and want that title.
If that is an innovation inside a wrestling ring, I have no idea what is.
This is a wrestling clinic right now that we're seeing. Nero looking to make this a one-on-one contest with Sammy Smooth, but instead came in an electric chair position.
Got him up on the shoulders, and look at that Nero Leon.
Oh my God, look at this.
Flying off from Nero Leon.
That is a hell of a drop. That is some innovation, as you were saying, Ollie, is key in this match. Crowd showing their appreciation. This is not what you would normally see in a wrestling ring.
3 guys putting it all on the line.
Nero wanted to take Tengu's head off there, man. That was a lot more elevation you would normally get than a cutter.
It's one thing to take a standing cutter, but from that high up to come crashing down. My goodness, Tengu must be broken in half right now.
And yet still both these guys are still trying to get to their feet. This is incredible. This is how much it means to them. This is the Bushido fighting spirit that we are so synonymous with these days. Men and women who just do not want to quit, do not want to give in and say that they are the lesser man or woman.
You see Sammy Smooth barely able to stay on his feet. Jelly legs.
Well, they've given so much in the last 15 minutes. Going back to that European uppercut, served him so well so far. Tengu barely able to get to his feet, trying to use the ropes as leverage.
Rapid fire uppercuts from Sammy Smooth.
He's headhunting right now. He wants to mount Nero's head and put it on a trophy wall. But Tengu finally back to his feet.
Spinning
beautiful roundhouse.
Kick.
Oh, and a pure palm strike.
Bicycle knee.
But back comes Sammy Smooth.
Double clothesline for the king of smooth style.
Saving himself from being eliminated. What could have been a really important moment in the match, where if he'd been out of that, you got to think that perhaps Nero or Tengu could have taken the win for themselves. That kind of offense shuts it down. The last gasp of air, propelling him towards a double lariat. Beautiful, Ollie. This is incredible. What a hell of a first match.
I'm almost speechless. I mean, you asked me who I give the edge to, and you just see right now all three guys.
I don't think there is an edge
lying
right
on
now.
the mat. I mean, this is very symbolic of this match right now. No one with a clear advantage.
Regardless of what happens, each one of these three men has to come back here at some point. You got to think.
Oh, long blower.
Wow, elevated long blower.
Oh, wait, Sammy Smooth's coming in.
Getting an advantage.
Argentine backbreaker position, but what's he got in mind? Spins nearly on around. Whoa. Spinning powerbomb. The torque on the back of the neck.
Oh, and taking the Bombaye knee.
To the back of the head.
Good Lord. Right to the vertebra. That will paralyze a man. Trying to get a cover in. Two. Just shoved him off.
But wait a second, Neraleon's gone up
Throw
top.
caution to the wind.
450. Tengu sandwich.
Wow.
And Sammy Smooth probably getting the worst of that, but Tengu taking the initial impact.
Oh man, I think being sandwiched like that is going to compress the ribs and the spine. I think Tengu may have gotten the worst. Sammy Smooth the first to his feet. He's seeing an opportunity and straight down into a... He's got him
hooked.
Oh.
He's got him hooked. He's hooked in deep.
It's almost like a rear naked choke. He's saying... That's it. He's tapped.
Tengu's submitted.
Wow.
Sammy Smooth is through to the main event of Hot and Fresh.
Consider that ticket punched, but my God, what an opening. You got to think, Tengu... Nero, what competitors that we've just seen. This is what Pro Wrestling Clash is all about, Ollie.
Well, if there's ever an opening statement for night one, that is exactly what you want. Sammy Smooth, as you say, punches his ticket to the main event. The question is, Tej,
who's joining him?
So folks, after that explosive opener, Sammy Smooth is through to the main event of Hot and Fresh. We have us some ladies action.
And out coming Nina Samuels, a very familiar name to anyone who is a fan of women's wrestling.
You know, I've been doing this a long time, and one of the first women's matches, Tej, that I ever called involved this young lady. And you could tell even from back then, all those years ago, she definitely had something special. And yeah, she's climbing the ranks right now, but clearly not in a good mood, not happy to be here at Clash.
Well, I think she just thinks she's deserving a higher standing than what she's actually being given. I think just having the first women's match in Pro Wrestling Clash history isn't enough for her. You know, she's obviously paid her dues and done a lot for women's wrestling in the UK, and I think she thinks she should be a bit higher up on the food chain.
You know, I say this quite a lot. When it comes to being in that ring, the spotlight, it puts a lot of pressure on people, and it can either force you to become a better person, better contender, or you can crack under that pressure and kind of grow bitter. And I think that's clearly what's happening to Nina right now. Is she's cracking under that pressure.
It's going to be interesting seeing how she faces her competitor tonight, someone that we are very, very familiar with.
Of course, the Poison Princess herself. Recently making her Progress debut.
I was going to say, I wanted to congratulate her on that. Had a great showing early on, and I heard nothing but good things, and she worked very, very hard to get to that position.
You know, when you're on the radar of places like Progress, I think that speaks volumes for just how well you're doing in the scene at the moment, because the Brit Rest scene right now, Tej, is absolutely brimming with talent, and the fact that someone like Jade can be noticed by Progress, I mean, there is so many talented women out there. The fact that she's on their radar speaks volumes for the work she's putting in.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you think about the scene just a couple of years ago and how much it's just shifted and evolved. And, you know, I don't think it's long before we see someone like Jade in someone like Pro Wrestling Eve. But right now, still making history, the second participant in the very first women's match at Pro Wrestling Clash, and that must be a great honor for the both of them.
Well, it's history. It's history right now, Tej. We are witnessing history. You and I have the honor of calling it.
A great honor indeed.
I think right now Nina Samuels definitely holds the experience edge over Jade. But as we say, Jade has got that rush of confidence right now.
Oh yeah.
She's she's making all the right noises in all the right places.
And she's she might be all smiles here, but she's still a mean customer. I mean, she's got a vicious, she's got a trick or treat, she's got a code red, burning at the stake. Like, she has a vicious repertoire.
And the bell has rung.
A little bit of a feeling that process. Seems like Nina Samuels tentative to engage.
Yeah, you don't want to rush in early and make a mistake in these matches. And this thing right now, both of these young women will be feeling the weight on their shoulders right now of being the first
Jade
ever.
more so being knocked down in the first test of strength.
Yeah, they're the first ever Pro Wrestling Clash women's match. This is the history books. Whatever happens in the next 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes, that's going to be there forever as the first ever match.
There's a standard to be set for any other woman that walks through that door, any other competitor walks through that door between what these two women can do. Second test of strength, and Jade goes down again.
Seems like Nina's got the power advantage right now.
Well, she definitely has more muscle mass, there's no doubt about that, but Jade has agility and dexterity on her side.
Again, very slow, as you said, a feeling out process so far.
And into it again, but this time Jade wisely going for the headlock instead of going for the test of strength. That's someone who's only been doing this for a year and a half. That is incredible that Jade has moved in that experience and gotten that sort of ring awareness and veteran ability early on, knowing not to keep poking the bear, if you will.
I think she knows that she wasn't going to win that test of strength opening this early in the match, sorry. And so she went and locked in that side headlock. And right now, she is in control.
She's out-wrestling Nina Samuels, someone who has been doing this a lot longer. And, to the uneducated eye, it looks simple what she's doing, just, a simple headlock reversal. But maintaining that control when you have someone strongly lifting up is not easy. And props to Nina Samuels. Now, got the scissor lock in, going under the neck, trying to, get that thigh really pushed down. And Jade...
Let's see what Jade's got. Look at that.
Look at that. Back to the headlock.
Into that side headlock.
Love it.
Techers from Jade.
You don't need a lot of upper body strength to make a headlock nasty. You just have to torque really, really intense. And Nina Samuels, I wanted to show that she can do the same thing. Referee Liam just checking, trying to get a good view.
How does he always get ladies' matches? I swear he's paying someone.
Maybe he asks really nicely. Nice shoulder check there from Nina.
And you see right there,
trip.
Again, I think Nina Samuels likely to get complacent in this match. I think if she takes Jade lightly, then she's going to suffer in this match.
Jade getting some vicious kicks in there.
And you just look at the company that Jade's been keeping recently.
People like Shax, absolutely. Sierra Loxton.
I was more talking about Team Madden, the likes of Hustle Malone and Danny Mayhem, Chase Williams.
You're talking friends to keep, but also her adversaries as well. People like B. Priestley. She's been learning from everyone she possibly can, but Nina Samuels has already learned that, and it's not as fresh for her, but that with age comes wisdom. She's saying you're biting off more than you can chew, and you got to wonder if that's going to be the case.
Yeah, I got to say right now, I think Nina's got to be careful not to get too cocky in this one.
Nasty chop.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that Jade's gone up against someone that's, got more experience than her. On paper is much more likely to be walking away with a W. And they've taken Jade lightly, and they've paid the ultimate price for it.
Never underestimate underdog. They did the Dynamite Kid all those years ago. Didn't work out well then either. There are a lot of people in this industry that get looked over because they're new, or they're plucky, or they're small.
Oh, Jade was going for a kick. Just swept off of the apron, face first, onto the hardest part of the ring.
Yeah, Samuels wants to put those doubters, keep them quiet.
I think right now Jade is showing the fighting spirit, but Nina Samuels is acting like she's ultimately already got this one in the bag. She's spending more time taunting the crowd than focusing on Jade, and I say that could be a mistake.
Well, right now restricting the oxygen, but not putting a lot of effort in, taking her time. As you said, she's very measured. Now, in some respects, that's good. She's not losing her cool and getting angry. But in other respects, there's other things she could be doing to be a little bit more effective. But right now she wants to make a statement and make an example of Jade. Look at this. Just slapping her away and then throwing her back into the corner.
Running back elbow.
Nice snapmare, half snapmare, and a
just
yikes,
cranking on the back of the neck of Jade. And it's moves like that aren't necessarily going to get you the 3 count, but it's a statement right there. Nina is making a statement saying, "I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to make you suffer before I put you away."
Going up Tom, not sure what she's going for here.
But you see Jade still fighting out, showing heart, showing fighting spirit. And that is what she needs to do in this match.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a kick right upside the head.
Jade has gone limp. That was nasty. It was expertly placed. Designed to knock her out.
Yeah, it shows the flexibility of Nina and just what she can do with those feet.
A little bit of life in Jade, though.
Yeah, Jade will not go quietly into the night, Tej.
She's trying to go for something, and Nina just wisely getting for that forearm, picks her up.
She's got her up. Oh, but Jade, I think Jade's wiggling out. She's rolled her up. 2.
Oh. And instead of using energy to kick out, Nina Samuel's just almost clipping her on the side of the head with those boots.
Yeah, why kick out when you can cause more pain and suffering, eh?
And now look at these unprotected kicks, stamping on the chest of Jade.
And knee to the back again. It's just nasty offense here from Nina.
Back to what works, but pulling her by the hair, throwing her down, like it's just, adding in the whiplash effect as well. The crowd firmly behind Jade, trying to rally, and there's the headbutt.
Headbutt from Jade. I can almost guarantee you she got that from.
Something that's worked well for her in the past, but she's got to capitalize now while Nina's stunned.
Oh, but again,
throwing her back down right on her tailbone.
I think it's that inexperience from Jade right now.
She's lacking the killer instinct.
She's showing the enthusiasm to get up there and try these high-risk maneuvers. She knows she needs to give it all she can. But Nina, just with that experience, she's seen that far too many times, and she knows exactly how to avoid those maneuvers.
Now talking smack to the referee. I'm not sure what was said, but made referee Liam back away.
Still a good chance. It's the nicest thing a girl's ever said to him.
And now forearms just straight in and very clever. Irish whip into a toe hold.
And then knees in the back. I think Jade thought she had that Irish whip reverse, but Nina just using the momentum to regain control.
Almas. Nasty move. All the body weight compressing the face right into that turnbuckle.
Back into a second pin. Jade out at 1. Again, screaming out, saying no.
Does not want to give up, and now stretching the arm out.
Look at this. Yeah, nice kind of collar cravat hold. Stretches out the arm and the shoulder as well as keeping the head and the chin locked.
Like a Colombian necktie. And now just kneeing that joint.
Oh,
wow.
Just a spinning back kick.
Nice combination.
Almost like a mule kick,
2. Yeah, that was definitely a mule kick. Just took all the effort into the back of her heel and just jammed it into Jade's nose. You could break a nose very easy doing that.
Now Nina Samuel's got her up.
Going for the power
maybe
bomb.
for a power bomb. Oh, Jade fighting out.
Nice.
Almost like a head scissors take 2. Hurricane Rana pin, as it were.
Good, using the momentum against her. She's got to capitalize, going over. Kick to the face.
Thought she was going for that trick or treat.
Yeah. Nice running elbow.
Oh, and a corner boot. Catches Nina
Wants
under
to
the
knock
jaw.
her out and
nice side suplex. 2.
Didn't hook the leg. I think the energy is really starting to dampen.
Didn't have it in as deep as she could have done.
I think, I mean,
just gave Nina the opportunity to kick out.
Understandably exhausted after the onslaught, but she's got to try something here. I think she's going for the trick or treat. She's slapping her leg.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to see trick or treat. Oh, but Nina, I think she caught her on the side of the jaw, I think.
Just a series of forearms unanswered by Jade. She could be out on her feet right now. She's slumping forward. Oh,
but
playing possum.
Yeah, moves out the way at the last second, blocks the forearm and gives her one of her own.
And Jade going up top. She's got to take this chance.
This will be the third attempt. She's been adamant of getting up there, Tej.
Nice cross body. 1, 2.
Nina just getting. You see though that kick out there was not very convincing, Tej.
No, it's energy being expended each time. These two women, and you got to think both of them now are really coming down to the end of their reserves. Jade trying to hook those arms there. Kick to the gut, nasty.
Oh, wow. Running scissor kick.
1, 2. Still not kicked out, though.
Jade showing a lot of heart right now.
You've got to think that Jade must be, like, concussed by that point.
And Nina, she can't believe it right now, Tej.
No, she looks...
Almost disbelief in her face.
Still smiling. She's got that angry sort of smile. Now she's going up top.
I think it's frustration, if you ask me. Mixture of shock and frustration. And now Jade having the turn of outs of fair play. Oof. Attacking Nina from the top rope.
She's got to go for something big here, especially on those ropes. You want to make an impact and put your opponent away. This is the way to do it.
Now Nina doing everything she can to fight out. She knows just how dangerous a situation this is.
Oh, trapping
wait a second. No.
Oh,
Jade is
and
trapped
a run
right
up as
now.
well. That's vicious.
Oh,
wow.
Punt straight to the face of
and
Jade.
Straight down. 1, 2. And feet on the ropes.
Feet on the ropes as well. And the referee has not seen it. And we spoke about that experience edge that Nina Samuels has, and folks, we just saw it right there.
That's a damn shame. Experience, yes, but that comes with knowing how to cheat as well. And you got to think, maybe it wasn't even necessary. I mean, obviously, we saw Jade kick out, but I don't know, man. Like, you know, you want to see a clean contest. It was a nasty, nasty boot. It would have been nice to have seen this finished in a more fair way.
But regardless, the history books will go down, giving Nina Samuels the first ever women's win here in Pro Wrestling Clash. Agree with it or not, Tej? It's her music playing right now.
Well, it goes down in the history books. The first winner of the first women's match in Pro Wrestling Clash is Nina Samuels.
Is there an echo in here?
You gotta wonder what's going to be next for both these women.
Well, Tej, if you ask me, I think a rematch is definitely on the cards.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, the Poison Princess gonna want something.
Introducing first.
So, folks, we've made it to our main event for the first half. And, Tej, this is a matchup I have been dying to see ever since I saw Anthony Mafia debut.
Oh, he's been making waves for all the right reasons. He's just an incredibly charismatic, confident dude. He spits bars and he hits harder.
Is that what they call it?
Oh, that's what they call it where I come from, in these ends. This dude is a musician. He's a wordsmith.
Please use that term loosely.
And
as an actual musician, please don't offend me.
Make no mistake. Hey, I'm a musician too. But make no mistake, he means business.
And his opponent.
He's got a test and a half.
Well, this is it. It's not every day that Anthony Mafia is faced with a man that was part of the WWE's United Kingdom Championship Tournament. That's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yes.
Almost a year on and I still struggle to say it.
Big Wavy is nothing to be messed with.
Heck no. Again, another guy known for spitting bars. It just sounds weird when I say it.
Yeah, a little bit too white, Ollie. But he is Big Wavy. He is the creator of the Wasteman Challenge. He is Roy Body Guy Johnson. one of the strongest and most dominating competitors that I think Anthony Mafia has ever taken on.
Without a doubt. And I think, I wonder how long it's going to take for Anthony Mafia to realise that running his mouth at the likes of Roy Johnson was the worst thing he could have done.
I would have been happy to commentate a Wasteman Challenge match, let alone a wrestling match between these two. That'd have been incredible. However, while Anthony Mafia may be the smaller guy, if you look at his physique, it is very clear he takes this seriously.
Oh, true. I mean, Mafia's in great shape, but then so is Roy Johnson. I mean, if you ask me, Tej, I think this is going to be a cat and mouse game if Mafia has to stand any chance of surviving, let alone winning.
It's going to be a war of attrition.
I think if Roy Johnson can get his hands on Anthony Mafia and keep him in his grasp, then it'll be a short matter.
These are Anthony Mafia's ends. These are his boys. Like, this is where he's going to feel most comfortable, in London. Trying to hype himself up, can't get much. Whereas Roy Johnson, getting love.
I'm pretty sure if these are his ends, he needs to find new ends, because they're not. There's no Mafia fans around here.
Sounds so weird when you say ends.
But regardless of me talking street, we've got a match to commentate.
Attempting street, shall we say. So,
just saying the exact same words as you are, fam.
Okay. Bell rung, underway. We're going to move on from that.
Yeah, let's just forget I ever said that.
So test of strength started things off.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is
the thing.
Exactly, that took the words right out of my mouth. But there you go. That's the wiliness of Anthony Mafia, just
quickness,
worming his way out. He's a slippery competitor.
You gotta remember that Roy Johnson does this for a living. This is what he does every single day. If he's not wrestling and he's not sleeping, he's in the gym. He has honed his body to its peak. And that means he isn't just strong, he's quick. I'm not saying Anthony Mafia doesn't have a chance, he does. But in a test of strength...
Yeah, he stands no chance. I mean, I don't care how often you go to the gym, Anthony Mafia, you are not the size of Roy Johnson. I mean, like you say, powerlifter extraordinaire.
Ducks the first, gets straight into a headlock.
And you know what? With a guy like Roy Johnson, this could be turned into a submission hold for all we know. I mean, if he really cranks it in tight enough and really puts all of his energy in, I'm pretty sure he can make someone submit.
Oh, he has that strength. He 100% has that strength.
But Roy Johnson right now just keeping Anthony Mafia grounded, and I think that's smart because we know Anthony Mafia can fly when he gets the wind in his sails, as it were. Keeping the smaller, agile guy down is definitely a smart tactic. And again,
huge shoulder check.
Much as Mafia could do to worm out of things, all it took was one shoulder tackle, and he's back down on the mat where he belongs.
Feeling the effects of that. He's going to take a little bit of time, understandably, so to catch his breath. Missing the test of strength, wisely going in for a headlock of his own, but he's going to have to be very strong.
You notice how he had to jump to reach Roy Johnson to lock in this
good footing by Anthony Mafia.
Headlock.
He's got the right kind of placement.
But you see,
really talking, but of course, getting into Roy Johnson's playhouse.
He's going for that takeover, but Roy Johnson's strength having none of it.
Nothing.
Yeah. You can run at a brick wall all day long, my friend. That thing is not falling over.
Anthony Mafia looks offended, but props to him for trying. Nothing.
I mean, Roy Johnson? He's not even having to take a step back. Anthony Mafia is just bouncing off of him.
Same go again. Try third time. Third time's a charm. Let's see what happens. No.
Yeah, 3 for 3. I don't know what Anthony Mafia is expecting right now.
And now Big Wavy really getting in his zone. And Anthony Mafia wise taking a shot, just saying enough of this nonsense. But
there's another shoulder tackle.
The brick wall fights back.
This is it. It's not, it's inside that wrestling where you can run at a brick wall, but it's not very often the brick wall will then run back at you.
Unless you're Roy Johnson, in which case you embody a brick wall. But look at this. Even with a war cry. Holding him like it's nothing.
I'm not sure if that was a war cry from Johnson or screams for help from Mafia. And now going into the pinfall, but only getting the 2. Shoots him off the ropes.
Straight up and just drops him down.
Jack.
But straight back up to his credit and gets caught.
I have no idea what Anthony Mafia was
I think Roy
attempting
Johnson
there.
lifts weights heavier than Anthony Mafia.
He has breakfast bigger than Anthony Mafia.
Wow.
Fall away slam with authority. And TJ, I think this is now the moment that Anthony Mafia realizes he should maybe have kept his mouth shut. He should maybe not have bitten off as much because he's certainly unable to chew right now.
As long as he's got limbs to fight with, as long as he's got kicks he can throw, he is still dangerous. I am not counting Anthony Mafia out. Even the crowd might be, but they don't know Anthony Mafia the way you and I do.
Oh, but rake in the eyes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely not unexpected.
If you can't win conventionally, you've got to find an alternative route, Ollie. I don't say I like it. I don't agree with it. But in a fight, in a contest, if you aren't winning conventional strength tests, what else are you going to do? Look at that, though. Does get the bigger man up. He knows he can't beat him in a strength contest, so he opts to try something a little bit different. Going for a dirty knee.
Just a 2 count for Mafia. You know what? The pendulum momentum was well in the favour of Big Wavy right until that eye rake. Underhanded tactics. Oh, back elbow though.
Still a lot of life in body guy Roy Johnson.
Gonna say it's going to take a lot more than an eye rake to keep Big Wavy down with another flying shoulder tackle.
Nice battering ram almost, wasn't it? It was very, very nice looking.
Equivalent of a small car flying towards you, that is.
Or a big wave.
True.
Oh, and Anthony Mafia
covering up.
Wow.
Playing
slap.
possum.
Oh, beautiful. Man's got murked as he goes for the cover.
Please don't say that again.
I think you'll find I have what's called clout and I'm allowed to say things like that. However, Anthony Mafia not taking immediate advantage now, just going for slaps as opposed to just getting the killing, which we know he can do.
Paintbrushing the bodyguard and yeah, not taking too kindly to that. Flying back with some strikes of his own. I'm going to see a neck. Oh, I thought it was going to be a neck breaker.
Him off.
Oh, forearm
wow.
to the shoulder blade.
Nasty. Oh, and deadlifting him. Straight down, elevated backbreaker, delaying
Roy
it.
Johnson could deadlift Anthony Mafia in his sleep. All day, every day, he is winning that contest. Is he really caught?
Is he calling for a break? Is he saying he's injured?
Wavy going around the outside. Oh, drive-by drop kick.
That's a big boot to go to the side of your head.
And Roy Johnson now climbing to the top turnbuckles. We're not used to seeing the body guy go up this height, TJ. This isn't really
it's not his area, no. And of course, taking advantage, sweeping the legs out, which is much more vicious than just knocking someone off because their head gets whiplashed onto the canvas.
Whereas Anthony Mafia is a lot more at home that high up. I think Roy Johnson kind of just had to collect his thoughts a little bit. And yeah, it was that momentary pause that cost him. And Anthony Mafia seems to have
the LED sunglasses. A little bit too big for you, son.
Yeah, you know when people borrow their dad's suits?
Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of like that, but in glasses form.
Ultimate disrespect. Wow, trying to even imitate the big wavy pose.
I think Roy Johnson spotted it. I don't think he's going to take kindly to that somehow.
He's already celebrating without even realizing.
Quick roll up. 1, 2. Oh, that close.
And that's what happens when you lose concentration. Now getting in for the slaps and the kicks. Oh my God, vicious.
Educated feet.
Don't care how big you are, Roy Johnson, that's going to hurt. This is a man that spent his time on the streets. He knows exactly where to hit to make it hurt. Now the quickness coming into play.
Jumping, drop kick, and finally Big Wavy taken off of his feet. It took about 3 drop kicks. But Anthony Mafia finally managed it. But you just see how quickly and how easily Roy Johnson was able to kick out then. Almost like he was just giving himself till the count of 2 just to buy himself a little bit of extra time. I reckon he could have kicked out before 1 if he wanted.
I think he could have done, but I think that you could take nothing away from the offensive Anthony Mafia. He might be underhanded and he might be the smaller guy, but those kicks are still going to hurt. And a submission like this is still going to hurt if you can pull back. And there is still muscle on those bones.
Camel clutch. I mean, I don't know how many camels you get around Anthony Mafia's ends. Is it with an S or a Z? I'm never sure.
If you don't know, then I'm not telling you. You've immediately lost the right to even say
Either
the
way,
word.
I'm pretty sure there's no...
In his area.
There's no camels in the immediate area of his residence.
There is nothing like that in London, no.
But right now, Roy Johnson managing to power up, but
getting that arm underneath the
up.
neck, and if you've ever seen any kind of submission hold in combat sports or in wrestling, you know that when you start talking underneath the neck and you're cutting off blood supply and air supply to the brain, it doesn't take long for the body to fade. And it's like I said at the beginning of this match, it's a war of attrition.
Well, yeah, Anthony Mafia really smart to realise that once the camel clutch wasn't doing its work, switching up to that kind of almost like a rear naked choke sleeper style hold. And Roy Johnson now starting to fight out.
Seeing some life and a big slap.
Wow.
You're going to be spitting bars no more, Anthony Mafia.
Spitting teeth.
Going straight round.
Gets him up. Oh, pop up.
Wow.
Right hand.
Nasty.
Ripcord. Up. Oh, another flapjack.
It's almost a ripcord flapjack. Don't see that very often.
I like to think myself a bit of a flapjack connoisseur, and that wasn't bad.
That's very nice. From a man that obviously has the natural strength, proclivities to be able to get someone up there and just lift him with an extra elevation. He's a tall dude. Make no mistake.
Oh, look at this. Slingshot, but Anthony Matthews straight up to that.
In comfortable territory.
Yeah, straight up to that second
But he's now
rope.
grandstanding instead of looking at Roy Johnson.
And that was not smart.
He had an opportunity.
That was pretty stupid from Anthony Mafia.
Oh, now he's in no man's land.
Powerbomb.
Wow, just a straight dunk. And then look at that deadlift
Just as Anthony Mafia kicks out, sit out style
One,
powerbomb.
two.
Combo meal, just a 2. Justly, but what an impressive feat of strength by body guy
absolutely
Roy Johnson.
And an impressive show of spirit from Anthony Mafia, who could have very easily just laid there and took it, but doesn't want to go out quietly into the night.
If you ask me, it's all about pride for Anthony Mafia. Every loss he takes very personally.
Oh, ducks the clothesline. Goes in, gets
Double
the knees. Thought he was going to go for a monkey flip there. Instead, going up and over.
Springboard
Beautiful.
DDT. I'm pretty sure he needed that springboard elevation in order to get the
added
bigger
momentum.
Johnson
now
over.
He's measuring him. I think he wants to go for a drive-by.
He's got him lined up in his sights.
You can see him just measuring him, just waiting for the right chance.
Oh, just a one-legged drop kick there.
Almost, yeah, he just got the proper elevation, knee to the teeth. Or, excuse me, foot to the teeth. Now he's saying he's got this. Again, he's not going for the pin.
Taking his time, though, again. Anthony Mafia needs to be quick enough. Straight to the top, though.
Beautiful
Blink of an
elevation.
eye.
Look at the moonsault.
But the knees up from
Took
Roy Johnson.
too long. And now the straps come down.
Up on the shoulders. Oh, straight down.
Big wave with a big slam. 2, 3, and that is all she wrote.
You know, Anthony Mafia gave it his best.
I got to give him credit for getting back up. Every strike he was given, he answered with something of his own. He showed he belonged in that ring with one of the UK's best. But tonight, it was Big Wavy's night.
Yeah, absolutely no challenge for the Big Johnson.
Hell of an impression to make on your Pro Wrestling Clash debut. Both men, I think, walked away making a great impression.
Diabetes, bean in the chocolate, beating it off shit. I'ma free some peas in the pot shit. I'm a great artist, I got it bareback, I take chances. Straight nasty, I ain't glancing. I'm a breast man, but I rate arses. Late parties, but I ain't dancing. Capacity ain't filling up 8 glasses. VIP shit, 8 passes. Something freaky for me to take part in. Look at the swag that's in. All of my good gets the lads that's in. Look at this kicks and the hats matching. Look what the cat dragged in. This ain't your average flip. Look at this.
Now, I'm going to announce somebody very special today. This is Pro Wrestling Clash's General Manager. He has the coolest name ever. Please give it up for Max Silver.
Hello everybody. How are we doing? Thank you for coming out this afternoon. I think we're all in agreement that this is the biggest thing to happen to Borehamwood since they turned Woolworths into Iceland. Now there may be flats and new builds coming up every 5 minutes, and the landscape of Borehamwood may be forever changing every 2 seconds, but one thing's for sure, our next bout is going to be the biggest battle of pride in Borehamwood since Big Mick and One Arm Stan had it outside Woods's on a cold Wednesday in November many moons ago. Now, the following 2 people go back 20 years, and it all started at Hartswood. And much like how 2 decades later Hartswood has now turned to rubble, this friendship is in the same position. So without further ado, it's pure evil CJ Carter and the Archangel Marcus Anthony. So please give it up for those. Music. Shut your mouths. Now, I don't need an introduction from you, and I suggest you get out of my room right now. And I certainly do not want any of you lowlights cheering for me, and I do not need your recognition or applause. Shut up. Now, the only reason I am here in this dump, which I am ashamed to be from, is so that I can make an example out of Marcus Anthony right in the middle of his hometown. So I suggest you bring yourself out here right now. Yeah!
So guys, we are back here at Pro Wrestling Clash. I'm still the mastermind, Ollie Spring, still joined by TJ, and TJ, I've just about caught my breath after that first half.
Yeah, a hell of a first half, and we're not going to have a lot of chance to catch our breath now, because We're opening this second half with a qualifier for a championship match on April 29th at Fresh in the Kitchen.
Here we see Marcus Anthony, CJ Carter. Well, wait a second, CJ's
not willing to wait, going straight for it.
Trading bombs with Marcus Anthony, left and back and forth. This is out of control already. TJ, I have no idea how I'm going to be able to.
Oh, look at these shots! How
this
is unbelievably
vicious.
stiff. That's pure evil, my friend.
And then I was getting ready to tell the story of this match, and CJ Carter just diving out of the ring to meet Marcus Anthony down the aisle, as it were.
One of the things we're alluding to is obviously they know the opportunity that is in front of them. But in addition to that, as you were about to say, there is a lot of history between these two guys.
I mean, these guys, they grew up together. They went to school together.
Straight into the crowd.
Just down the road, round the corner, both these guys from Borehamwood. The one difference is one guy is proud to be here representing his hometown. The other is
does not care.
Pretty much disgusted to be back here.
Happy to spoil the debut of Marcus Anthony in his own crowd.
No prizes for guessing which one's which in that scenario. But yeah, these guys have known each other for the best part of 2 decades. And I mean, Tej, how many wrestling matches have we called with that much history, that much kind of backstory? It just doesn't happen.
In the video leading up to this match, we see the two of them in school doing the exact same thing and doing it again at college and doing it again on this stage here. And you got to think, from Marcus Anthony, he's so happy to be back. He's a year out.
Dive into your laps, into your living rooms.
On his feet already.
Welcome to Pro Wrestling Clash.
And you got to think that's because he's still so fresh. He's back. He's happy to be here. Whereas CJ Carter's had a lot of time off and has only really been around again for the last year, and it's been on a tear.
But then you said there we hear the opening bell. I mean, it's crazy to think all the offense we've had from both guys already, and the opening bell's only just gone. I mean, Marcus Anthony's been wrestling for the best part of a year now.
Beautiful arms.
CJ Carter's been back for a year, but after taking a hiatus. So I mean, I'm pretty sure CJ Carter's had more time off, recuperating from injuries than Marcus Anthony's had in the ring.
Oh, 100%.
That's got to play a factor in this match.
Yeah, you got to figure that a guy like that who's used to running the ropes, even after 3 years, is going to have more of an ability to be fresh in the ring than someone like Marcus Anthony. And look at the flip, look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. That's what I'm talking about. It's the technical prowess.
Oh, and just a right hand there from Marcus Anthony. And another thing I had so much I wanted to say before CJ Carter just burst out of the ring before the bell even rang. These guys have got to know each other inside and out. 20 years growing up together.
Yeah.
I mean, that's as good as brothers right there. And, brothers, they get on, they fight. The relationships go back and forth. Yeah, they do not pull their punches. And right now, these guys have got to know what the other's going to do before they know. They have to know each other inside out right now.
Well, that's it. And I think CJ Carter's going to do exactly what he always does. He's going to manipulate, he's going to dissect, and he's going to focus on the arm. Marcus Anthony, I think we're going to see more of what we've just seen. A lot of high-flying, risk-taking, because to him, this is his opportunity to show the crowd and show the Clash management what he can do.
And this is so much on the line in this match. The winner of this match goes on to join Sammy Smooth in the main event of Pro Wrestling Clash. Was it hot and fresh out of the kitchen?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a mouthful right there. But the winner of Sammy Smooth, the Sammy Smooth, the winner of the opening match, and the winner of Cara Noir and Munny. I mean, that right there is the cream of the Brit Wrest crop. Marcus Anthony could be booking his place in that match right now.
Yeah, I mean, a hell of a triple threat, and April 29th gives a lot of time to recuperate, which is why these guys are just going at it, and then they're throwing caution to the wind. Because they know there's one chance to make a first impression, and as it stands, one chance to get into that title picture. So why waste any time? But look at this, and this is exactly what CJ Carter needs to do.
Joint manipulation. Bending the fingers back and making sure that arm cannot get to a comfortable place.
Placing that, he's got some
and what's he got in mind now? Pure evil intentions indeed.
Oh, no.
Oh, just a running punt right to the base of the wrist. I mean, Tej, that is the thinnest part of a forearm.
It's not meant to be kicked with that velocity, and it's very easy to break.
If anyone's ever broken their arm, 9 times out of 10, that's the exact part that snaps in two. And another kick from those educated feet of pure evil.
But this is what he likes to do. He likes to dissect his opponent bit by bit. He's now just showboating, if you will, using all his body weight, getting the oxygen out of Marcus Anthony's body, meaning he can't mount an offense. This is exactly what he loves doing. Pulling him, just physically just shoving him off the ropes.
Absolutely no respect here. Oh, and a knee to the face.
Speak of no respect.
And I mean, that pin cover right there, just the knee across the face, it's not technically a choke, but it just shows no sign of respect. And now really working on that left arm. I mean, we've seen signs of it. We know he's got that pure evil armbar in his arsenal. And if you ask me, Tej, I'm pretty sure that's what pure evil CJ Carter has got in mind right now. He's targeting that arm. There is a bullseye on that left wing of Marcus Anthony. But like you said, I mean, this guy can fly. Maybe he doesn't need his arms.
You got to appreciate the heart. I mean, you got to love this sort of fervor, this sort of fire when you've got someone like CJ Carter just trying to take you apart, dismantle you, and you still fight back. A lot of people would give in to that level of darkness.
But you notice that Marcus Anthony using his good arm to mount an commentator's curse.
Oh, and a nice Pele kick.
Pele kick from CJ Carter. Both men down on the canvas now. And you hear the Pro Wrestling Clash fans telling CJ Carter what they think of him. That's the thing, you show no respect inside that ring to your opponent. Do not expect any respect from the crowd in return.
Oh, and just a slap of disrespect.
Disrespectful, yeah, from CJ Carter. And Marcus Anthony is not taking that kindly.
But he's being shut down with a quicker succession of elbows.
Absolutely no love lost between these two guys.
And look at that, just taking his time. Doesn't mind sharing some exchange with the crowd, making sure they know exactly who he is.
The question is, what has CJ Carter got in mind right now? You know, this isn't wise if you ask me, Tej.
Well, it's meant to be a clean contest. You're not getting in to that qualifying. You're not going to win this qualifying match against that championship contention if you bring a weapon in.
I mean, disqualification is not the way to book yourself into that championship match. Right now, CJ Carter is risking it all to cause pain and punishment to Marcus Anthony, and ref trying to stop this, trying to get in the way. And I mean, CJ Carter, referee's trying to do him a favor. He's trying to avoid him from getting disqualified.
He's doing his job, and he's saying no. And why isn't the referee just be like, no, that's not happening. We're not doing things that way. That's exactly what he should be doing. Taking the chair away from him. Smart of the ref.
Saving CJ Carter in this match and saving Marcus Anthony's career, because a broken arm can put you back. Oh, but again, commentator's curse. I mentioned the arm, and you see CJ Carter going straight back to that left wing.
And now pulling it around. That is not the way the arm is meant to bend.
It's almost like an inverted Boston crab on the arm instead of the legs. Just pulling back at that tricep muscle, looking to pull at the tendons. And a cross arm drop again.
And now go for the Fujiwara armbar. Smart.
It has. I mean, 90% of CJ Carter's offense in this match has been focused on that left arm. He's got to be setting up for that pure evil armbar.
Wrapping his biceps around the wrist and pulling the shoulder out of the socket. But why is he using momentum?
Roll that one too. Oh, that was close and smart by Marcus Anthony. And what a huge, almost a chokeslam there.
One arm chokeslam, it looks like, Ollie.
Just crawling into the pin with everything he's got right now. Just the 2 count. And, you know, I mean, Tej, if Marcus Anthony had put more weight on the shoulders there, we could be ringing the bell right now.
Could he have done? That's the real question. And right back to that arm, wrenching it and just twisting it as he throws him to the mat.
Yeah, I mean, so far this really has been a story of Marcus Anthony showing as much heart and fighting spirit as he's got. But CJ Carter executing a game plan. Just a
slap for your troubles.
Yeah, a stiff slap followed by a kick in return. I mean, this is such a personal rivalry. I'm almost certain that win, lose, or draw, whatever happens.
To these kicks. That first one to the chest. The second one of the heel went to the solar plexus.
Straight in the stomach as well. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna hurt you. You could rupture your liver. You could bust a kidney.
In combat sports, that's enough to just level someone. You imagine what someone like CJ Carter, with the training he's had, can take the front of his boot straight to your stomach. Marcus Anthony hasn't moved.
So yeah, that shot has definitely put him down. But you see again, CJ Carter going right back to the arm. No wasted motion. focusing in on that arm, laser focus like a shark that senses blood.
Marcus Anthony trying to fight out of it though.
Ducks it, turns it round again. Ducks a clothesline. Listen, these guys know each other so well. Wait a
Look
second.
at this.
Oh, DDT, but he's still getting armbar. Armbar. Pure evil armbar is locked in right now.
Trying to get it in. He's trying to kick the arm away, and there it is.
This could be game over right now for Marcus Anthony. Middle of the ring.
All he needs to do is scooch his hips up. It's just a little bit away, and he can break the arm. For Marcus Anthony, he has to try, and he gets to see how far he is from the ropes. And right now, he's in no man's land.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Oh, look though.
Oh, but he's managed to roll it up into a pin.
And shoulders are up, stops the count, but look at the strength!
Power on display from Marcus Anthony.
Incredible!
What a power bomb! You know, at the one point that Marcus Anthony had to pull something out of his bag of tricks, that could have been game over, Siege.
This is Pro Wrestling Clash at its finest right now. What a way to kick off your promotion, to have such incredible competitors who know each other so well, fighting to get into that title contention. This is fantastic.
If you ask me, this is not a clash. This is an absolute war right now. We are witnessing warfare of the most beautiful kind. And now both guys just face to face, raining in the shots. But CJ Carter seems to be getting the better of it. Oh no, Marcus Anthony back with an uppercut and a forearm of his own.
Really just like throwing in those elbows.
He fires up. Oh! Running knee. Clocks him right on the jaw. He's got to be out cold. But no! Turnabout's fair play. Anything you can do, I can do better, Marcus Anthony. Misdirection though. Oh, spinning!
Beautiful.
Spinning side slam. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it was that close. Marcus Anthony was an inch away from booking his place into the main event.
That was 2 9/10. It was so damn close. But look at that. Pure Evil back to his feet already, albeit very gingerly. He's got something in mind, taking on to the top rope.
Yeah, this is where things get dangerous. This is the high risk zone, and they call it high risk for a reason.
High risk and high reward.
Whatever CJ's got in mind, if he hits it. Oh, super kick on the way down. CJ Carter falling from the heavens straight into the boot of Marcus Anthony.
And I think he's just realizing he could just be a few seconds away from punching his ticket to that main event.
We've still got 2 matches to go after this one. How the hell are we going to survive?
I don't know, but I love it. I love the environment. I love everything about this place. And right now, I'm loving the energy that Marcus Anthony's bringing.
Oh, he's going for a double foot stomp, it looked like. Oh, he's got him up. Oh! Cutter!
Amazing skill.
And again, it's almost like they're trying to find ways to hit their moves just in new and effective ways that the other man isn't going to see coming.
Wisely rolls out of the ring, though. That's ring awareness. That's the ring veteran, knowing that he did not have the energy to get his arm up if he was pinned, so deciding to get out of the ring entirely. It's exactly what I would expect of someone like CJ Carter. Marcus Anthony rolling him back in the ring. You got to think right now, CJ's got to pull something special out if he wants to win at this point. He is on his last legs.
Yeah, that is jelly legs right there on CJ Carter. But Marcus, I mean, both guys right now showing the signs of this battle. I'm absolutely exhausted just watching them. I'm going for that winds of change. Turns him round. Oh, blue thunderbomb.
Very nice. Rolls him up. What's he going for here?
Oh, we're going to see Darkness Falls. Oh! Darkness Falls in Borehamwood. And TJ, I hate to say it, I get the feeling.
1, 2. Oh! Marcus Anthony.
Oh my goodness.
Just at the last hurdle, he still manages to cause problems for CJ Carter.
How the hell did Marcus Anthony find a way
Don't be staring
to
at
get
the
those
ref,
shoulders
CJ.
up?
Look behind you. There is an angry man willing to do anything, and apparently the misdirection.
He's going for a super kick again.
Oh.
CJ Carter saw him coming. And
come on, not like this. Not like this.
No. Oh, God! Steel chair to the skull of Marcus Anthony.
Oh, come on. We can't have things end like this.
And it seems the game plan from CJ Carter is coming into fruition right now.
I mean, pure evil is what he is, but did he really have to? He had Marcus Anthony in his last legs. This was a hell of a contest. He could have just done this cleanly, but apparently wants to make a statement. Chair shot isn't enough.
Darkness falls for the second time.
And I think Darkness is about to fall on Pro Wrestling Clash. And that is all she wrote.
You know what, TJ? That was going for a match for the ages right there. Both men. I mean, to be fair for Marcus Anthony, the lack of experience was not showing. But at the end of the day, it was that steel chair that CJ Carter brought into play. And that was the difference maker. That was all it took. And both guys threw everything they could at the other. Marcus Anthony gave it his absolute best shot.
I mean, for a guy that has only been back for a short period of time, he did an incredible job. And I think there's a bright future ahead for him, but the brightness got snuffed out and darkness fell.
So ladies and gentlemen, CJ Carter has punched his ticket into the main event at the next Pro Wrestling Clash. Joining Sammy Smooth in that main event. But Tej, what I want to know is, who will be joining them? Will it be Gene Munny? Will it be Cara Noir? We will find out in 2 matches time.
Oh man, we've got so much more, and hopefully a bit of a better ending than this.
It's a shame to see, but take nothing away from Marcus Anthony.
Not at all.
He gave it his all. Tonight just wasn't his night.
And you got to think, this is just one of many chapters between these two men, and I'm sure we haven't seen the last of it.
So, Tej, we've made it to some tag team action.
And it's something very welcomed here. We've got a lot of singles competition. Always nice to have a little bit more of a chaotic tag team affair.
The first team to the ring. All the way from the US of A. There's Mary Jane.
Flanked by El Jawani and Super Shani Man.
How sick?
Too sick.
You know, Tej, when it comes to tag team wrestling...
Wow, stealing the microphone off our MC Cara. That's... Kira, excuse me. That's just disrespectful.
And we know these guys have got a lot of attitude. They think very, very highly of themselves.
So they've got something to say.
Yo, cut our music. After that introduction or excuse for one, I think I'll try and do it again.
You see that? Oh no, she didn't. Oh no, she didn't.
Yeah, nah, she did.
Get your mic back. Hey, be quiet. Oh, be quiet.
Listen, dude, save your breath for the wife you're gonna blow up later.
Am I right in saying that's what they would call a sick burn?
Damn. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You just got served.
Get him a napkin.
My name is Mary Jane, and I am the hottest chick in this game.
Damn.
And I am the mistress of mania from Transylvania via Pennsylvania. USA!
USA! USA! USA! USA!
Oh yeah. And I'm here with my family and my premier tag team, Super Shani Man and El Jawani. Danny-O, Take it home.
Oh, my name is L. Giovanni, a.k.a. Giovanni Dean, Mr. Slinger Rick with no eye patch. And I'm going to break it down for you and give you the 4-1-1. So where we at right now? We based in what? What's the name of the city? Borehamwood? We based in Borehamwood? Hey, you know what? Let's interact with the crowd. Yo, hey, cuz, what's your name is? What's your name is?
You've got a number.
Man, ain't nobody got time for that. Hey, yo, listen. I'm done with the mic. I'm done with you people here, man. You all bore me. I'm gonna pass it over to the broski that keeps it toasty. Hey, yo, drop it like it's hot. I am the hype man, Super Shawnee Man! And we coming in our clash, locked and loaded. Guns blazing, missiles launching, grenades, woo, exploding, and we're gonna take you down.
We gonna take you down?
We're gonna take you down to Chinatown, cause we sick. How sick? Too sick.
Wow. I don't even know what to say about that.
Go back to Compton.
Wasn't it?
Work on your bars because they're not that slick.
Introducing their opponents.
How slick?
Not slick. And MC Kira finally getting the mic back, welcoming a team we are very, very familiar with.
Well, we could call them the gatekeepers of Borehamwood.
Oh, we could definitely. And they're also known colloquially as the Unbreakables.
And you know, Too Sick may be brothers. If you ask me, Ken Nelson, Warren Banks, they're closer than brothers.
These boys saying you talk too much.
Hard to disagree with that.
You got the Winter Soldier, Warren Banks, and you got old school Ken Nelson. These boys aren't interested in talking, they're interested in fighting.
Yeah, Ken Nelson prefers to let his fists do the talking.
And Warren Banks prefers to let his spears do the talking.
You know, right now I've got to give the edge to the Unbreakables. They're in almost home territory right now. Too Sick are a long way away from home.
Yeah, USA Patriots stepping into a UK ring in near the capital of our wonderful country. Not the smartest decision. There's no love for the Patriots here.
You know, Tej, you and I have known the Unbreakables a long time. We know they don't take kindly to people who run their mouths.
Nah, that's not their style.
Man like Banks feeling hot.
That's one way of putting it. I'm pretty sure his power level can cope with it. Now go for rock, paper, scissors to decide who goes first.
It's one way to decide it.
That's one to Warren. One to Kent.
And this is the thing, Kent Nelson, we know he's got a much shorter fuse. Warren Banks is a very cool customer, but Kent Nelson...
Yeah, he's got no time for that.
Nobody got time for that.
He's a 60-year-old man in a 21-year-old's body.
That's one way to put it.
But make no mistake, he has got a lot of skill in his short career, and he knows how to make quick work of most people. I'm not sure he could do that with Too Sick, but this level of chit-chat is going to definitely raise his ire a little bit.
You know, Too Sick, it's almost as if someone took Anthony Mafia to America, cloned him, turned everything up to 11, and then flew him back to Borehamwood.
Basically, just an American Anthony Mafia. You could just say that.
Yeah?
That's what the Americans do. Everything's bigger and louder. We've got a bit of more of a quiet British sensibility, but make no mistake, we get the job done.
Bigger and louder, two words I think I might associate with Mary Jane for different reasons, though. An old school Kent Nelson taking control with that waist lock. And folks, watch out for his full Nelson. He hits that slam.
Oh, that's
Lights
good night.
out.
Yeah, that is it. It's a blackout. It's done. He has perfected that. He does it so seamlessly. But he is there's not his only skill in his repertoire. He's good at holds. He's good at controlling the pace. and he is a very stiff, crisp striker.
Is it Kent Nelson? You could call him a technical wizard. A definite student of the old school game.
Oh yeah, definitely. That name, that isn't just a moniker. He lives old school.
He's in a world of sport right now, you could say.
Nicely done. Right now, having the control.
Shawnee, yeah, just reversing that and ringing that arm round. Really putting the extra torque in. But Kent Nelson making it look easy with that reversal.
Well, the bigger man, he's got a lot more weight on his shoulders and a lot more height, so it's going to be a little bit easier. Of course, Shawnee able to do the kip up, get around, and of course walks into a chop. I was going to say that Shawnee was able to use his agility, much like we saw with Roy Johnson and Anthony Murphy, and unfortunately, not really working to his advantage here. El Jawani just now calling out for Warren Banks. How many people call out for Warren Banks to get to the match?
I think anybody that knows Warren Banks would not do so. So I'm going to take
I wouldn't call out either one of these dudes, but
right now, ignorance is bliss for El Jawani, but he is about to get a lesson in man like Banks.
One of the Super Saiyans of pro wrestling in England, Warren Banks is a force to be reckoned with.
Now, folks, with Warren Banks, watch out for that spear. Calls it the statement.
And the knee, and the meter burner, the ripcord knee. Just everything on this dude is a weapon.
We might not be able to educate you in the ways of 2-6.
And now he's trying to go for a height test, and I don't think El Jawani realizes that Warren Banks is taller than him.
But we said it earlier that Warren Banks is a lot cooler than Ken
and actually breaking into a dance there, and yeah.
But you know, every man has a breaking point, and
welcome to Britain, El Jawani.
Yeah, I think Warren Banks just snapped.
You are learning the term stiff upper lip. Doesn't mean to just get on with life. It literally means a forearm to the face from an angry Englishman.
A stinger splash into a backbreaker.
Oh, beautiful tandem offense.
Combo meal from the Unbreakables.
2. Wow. Good offense early on, and obviously you can see that despite not being brothers, Unbreakables are just very comfortable here.
Nice tilt-a-whirl slam almost there, delayed in the middle. Kent Nelson just toying with Jawani.
Of course, you got to remember, 2-6 got here because of their skill, despite all the trash talking, and they will do anything to win. They are not above bending the rules a little bit, but right now, not getting the opportunity.
Atomic drop.
Straight into a vicious lariat.
Clothesline. Warren Banks leaping out of his boots for that one. And so far, Teach, safe to say, I think the Unbreakables really keeping control so far.
They've got the advantage right now.
Wait a second, have I just cursed it?
Commentator's curse because El Jawani now getting the misdirection.
Oh, look at that knee.
Nicely
to the
done
back and then a knee to the front.
Getting the wind out of him. Don't care how big you are, Warren Banks is still going to hurt.
Warren, I apologise, my friend. I think I have just cursed you.
And now just... instead of going for the tag, just showboating and getting a foot handshake. I'm not really sure if that's a thing that you do in America. A little bit unusual. Now in no man's land, the tag made, and the fresher man, Shawnee, in.
So Warren Banks a long way from home right now.
And now just trying to keep the energy low and take the wind out of Warren Banks' sails.
You know what, 2-6, they're not in Kansas anymore.
And they're not in Compton either.
You know what, Teej, looking at these guys, I've got to think if there was less showboating, like more walking the walk than talking the talk.
Oh, 100%. You think they'd be a lot more
effective.
Yeah,
but the personality is larger than life.
The brotherhood sort of aspect where these guys, they are brothers. They've been doing this for such some time. It's giving them a really nice sort of synergy. But
see, there was
the tag was made, and
the tag was made right there. But
that synergy just helped them out.
2-6 distracting the referee.
Yeah.
Didn't see the tag.
And now starting with the referee. And wow, Kent Nelson almost clocking the referee.
Kent Nelson's very emotional inside that ring. He lets his temper go. The temper flares. And right now that's working to his detriment.
And you got to think that if he'd taken out the referee like that, probably would have been the end of things. And now that tandem offense that 2-6 are known for across the pond.
I can't help but think that there's still just a little bit too much swagger.
And that's what happens when you wrestle with your brother. You're a little bit more confident, a little bit more comfortable. You've known him, grown up with him. Whereas Warren Banks and Ken Nelson are not brothers by blood, but brothers nonetheless. But they haven't known each other anywhere near as long as 2 Sick have. And you've also got the other factor, Mary Jane, just sitting on the outside watching, waiting for an opportunity. But look at these strikes, just stiff. And now slapping. Oh,
just disrespectful. And if I know Warren Banks like I do, he's not going to respond nicely to that.
The kick took from under him and the jumping enziguri. The elevation this guy got. I mean, this is a dude that's in the gym. He put Roy Johnson to shame with how much he works out. But now Shawnee just doing what he does best and saving his brother, ensuring that the fresher Ken Nelson can't get in and take the head off of Al Jawani.
This thing, Warren Banks is deceptively agile. He is a big dude. He's got nothing but muscle on them bones. But he can fly when he needs to.
Oh, now it's pulling on the lips, on the jaw. This is almost demoralizing Warren Banks rather than it's debilitating him.
Yeah, grinding him down. Which, let's be fair, let's be honest, it's no easy task to grind a man like Banks down.
I mean, a pro wrestling job is hard enough as it is, knowing which body part to target, to hone your skills to a point where you can make it lethal, but to do it against a guy who's at the top of the UK scene, like
just
Warren
look
Banks,
how easy
difficult.
it was.
And he's going for almost an avalanche there.
Straight down onto the back of the knee. I thought he was going for sort of kind of an Orange Crush type move.
Yeah, I think he went for almost a modified, almost like a neck breaker, but to a knee to the back of the neck. I don't know what to call that. I was thinking it was Shigeroshi, but an innovation, all of Warren Banks' own. And here comes Kent Nelson, with an old school lariat. Nothing fancy from this man.
This is what happens when you poke the bear and then that bear gets loose. He will literally rip your face off.
Everything he does is just so basic and so nasty.
Well, it doesn't have
Mary
to be,
Jane.
It doesn't have to be frilly, but it is effective.
Oh, look behind you, Kent Nelson. Al Jawani winding up the lariat. Just misses Mary Jane. And a clock to the face goes for the full Nelson! But look behind because the other brother waiting. Oh, and he catches him again.
2 for 1.
Another full Nelson. One.
Oh, and you see right there, Mary Jane getting involved.
That could have been a clean 3 count there. But Mary Jane just doing what she does as a manager and getting involved.
And referees, he's ejecting her from ringside. Mary Jane is out of here.
Out you go. Good decision from the ref.
But now, so that distraction, giving 2 Sig a chance to get back in. But here comes man like Banks.
Now with those really short, snappy forearms.
And an assisted run in the corner. I think he got the boot up.
Catches him. Oh, wow. Just straight down on his face.
Up and over face
And of
first.
course, we know what normally follows is the spear!
Spear from Banks. Springing back up.
3.
Into the cover. And ladies and gentlemen, the Unbreakables
remain unbreakable. And 2 Sick might be coming down with a little bit of an affliction as they get sent back across the pond.
Not so much 2 Sick, but 2 broken in half brothers getting sent back to the good old US of A with their tails between their legs. You know, TJ, I think the turning point was Mary Jane being sent to the back. That just let the Unbreakables focus on 2 Sick. And well, you see it right now, folks. The Unbreakables are unbroken.
Warren Banks and Kent Nelson, they've just established themselves in this tag team division. You want to get above them? Get through them first.
He is the Black Swan, Cara Noir.
You know what? Cara Noir is the epitome of unorthodox when it comes to wrestling in that ring. You think you know what you're going to get. You think you've seen it all before. I almost guarantee Cara Noir will show you something that you have never seen before and something that you didn't expect. But across him,
will the man who's coming out.
Across him from the ring tonight, the man with more food-related nicknames than you could shake a breadstick at.
Sexual Gammon coming to mind. Oh my God, the music, fantastic.
Of course, we are talking about Gene Munny. A 1 megaton mastodon, Sexual Gammon.
One half of the Buffet Club as well, lest we forget.
A lot of nicknames I'm almost positive we can't repeat right now. You know, I mean, for all his fanfare, for all his swagger, Gene Munny again,
very intense.
He can get it done in the ring.
Oh, for sure.
He just has to introduce you to Ainsley Lariat, and it's lights out. Absolutely no.
I'm just a bit entranced by Gene Munny right now.
No lack of swagger from Gene Munny.
But yeah, like you said, made a mistake. For all the fun and games, he will be a fierce competitor in that ring.
And this is the thing, when you're putting together a card for your opening show,
look at that.
The Pro Wrestling Class management team, you know, they select the best of the best, and there is a reason why both of these guys are in the main event.
When you face someone like the Young Bucks, Ollie, you are up there in the upper echelon of professional wrestling, regardless of country. Of course, giving the referee a little bit of a run for his money, no pun intended, making him a bit uncomfortable. Both men capable of doing that on different ends of the spectrum. But look at Cara Noir, just had enough of this. Looks almost insulted by this antics. Has such a graceful entrance that is encapsulating.
It's chalk and cheese right now. We've got introvert versus extrovert. We've got loud and brash versus very calm and collected.
The Black Swan versus the Sexual Gammon. I think perhaps Cara a little bit insulted that the crowd is more invested in his entrance, where he's being goofy and a little bit more fun-loving than Cara's performed piece. I mean, people apparently prefer Gene over Cara. Don't like Tchaikovsky. Fair enough. Not everyone likes opera.
But so this one is going to be a clash of personalities, a clash of styles. But the winner of this match will punch their ticket into the main event of our next show. They will join Sammy Smooth. They will join Pure Evil CJ Carter.
Make sure how many times we can say clash and make sure we're running our paycheck.
Well, you know, it's
it's the first of many shows. You're absolutely right. Ignition is a great sort of start to this promotion, and this is a great main event.
So the absolute best this country has to offer right now. I mean, I think for this one, it's going to be a feeling out process to begin with. I mean, I'm sure both guys have been able to study each other, and you know they will know roughly what to expect. But as we've said before, unorthodox.
Go for the spotlight.
Unorthodox style. Literally, as I was saying it, this is what we see from Cara Noir. You cannot prepare for this right now.
No, you cannot prepare for the unusualness of Cara Noir. I think he's captivated by the floodlights or the spotlights, if you will.
Oh, that, or he's playing mind games. I mean, this is the thing, you just never know. I mean, I pride myself in being able to analyze situations. I've got a degree in psychology, and right now I have no clue what is going on in the mind of Cara Noir.
And Gene almost appealing to the crowd as to what he should do. Just like you said, mind games.
And I want to believe that Cara Noir. I want to believe that Cara Noir knows exactly what he's doing right now, and this is a game plan, but at the same time, I'm not so sure, but goes for a second time. Fool me once, but do not fool me twice.
Look at the face of Cara Noir.
Oh, low bridge.
Gene Munny.
Low bridge from Gene Munny.
Very clever, but watch out for Cara Noir. You cannot get rid of the Black Swan that easily.
Blocks the punch from Gene Munny with a strike of his own.
You gotta love the strut of Gene Munny as well.
Well, as I say, he cannot take it. Yeah, cannot walk down the street without throwing that strut out. It's just the way it's just the way he's born. He has got swagger flowing out of his veins.
I love the Gene Munny dive, but very happy to do this because it's mind games of his own. When he's doing things like that, it does look silly and it does look a bit unorthodox, but Gene knows this is exactly what he needs to do to get inside like Cara Noir's head. A guy that will happily lick you and throw you around by your hair in the same sequence. He's just a very unusual dude who needs an equally unusual dude.
This is for a chance at the Pro Wrestling Clash Championship. Let's start off with nice shenanigans. Let's just punch each other in the face like we're supposed to. Who wants to see me punch him in the face?
Gino's got the point.
I mean, that's what we're here for. That's what our jobs are for.
What they want. They don't want all this funny bollock. They want to punch you in the face. So how about we shake hands and knock 7 bells out of each other? Yeah!
Sounds so much nicer coming from a northern accent.
I'm not this man. I'm not. I see that smile. I need to cross my legs a little bit.
Don't think Cara's interested in that, Gene.
I'm willing to do this like sportsmen. I'm not going to ask you what you're thinking and do all that again. Can you tell me to get down the Africa? There we go.
So Gene offering a handshake right now.
Trying to appeal to the more martial arts style side of Cara Noir. Cara Noir offering the hand. They're going for a thumb war.
Okay.
3-4. They declare a thumb war.
Oh, wait, is this happening? Oh! Headbutt from Cara Noir. And this is the thing. I think Gene Munny said he wants to have a serious contest. Then that happens, and I think Cara Noir's taken it as an insult.
Yeah, I mean, he sees everything he does as performance art. That's what he sees. He believes that this is his stage to perform on, and that these people are blessed to share with him, and if they're not doing a good job and they're not pulling their weight and they take it as too much of a joke, I think he will make it very clear that he is not happy.
Yeah, Gene Munny definitely felt that strike and that second one. Into the laps of the front row. Let's see, when you got a venue like this for Pro Wrestling Clash, there's not a lot of space for maneuver. Oh! Educated feet.
Big boots indeed.
I'm almost positive he did not say boots, but I don't think you can
We're
be
just
blamed
going to
for
say said big
misunderstanding.
boots.
Yeah, let's go with boots. I'm a fan of
but
big
Gene
boots.
Munny not wins away.
Suicide dive again into the front row
From someone like Gene Munny, how unusual.
Well, see, Gene is a unique athlete in the way that he is a big guy. He's a big slab of meat, but he can do things that you would not expect
Athlete
a guy
is the key
his
word. He is an athlete. It's just for things like that, it obviously means so much to him.
Apologise to the chair.
Ask him to apologise to the chair.
Apologise to the fans for landing in their lap, if you ask me.
Oh, and wisely throwing him into the ring post, trying to just take some of that zest away from Gene Munny.
I think, yeah, Gene tried his best to block it, but still, I mean, that is solid steel, folks. There's only so much you can block and soak up from that.
My
knife edge chop from Cara Noir.
Looks like a sledgehammer to a rib cage.
And what's Cara got in mind right now?
I have no idea. But Gene Munny clearly doesn't.
Oh, is it? Was that?
I think he tried to do a Hurricanrana.
Round the far side of the ring from us. I think he went for a Hurricanrana.
It looks like he got it.
And yeah, right now Gene Munny's standing tall. Cara Noir is struggling to find his feet.
It's like you said, we don't expect things like that from Gene Munny, and for me it's unorthodox, but it just goes to show the multifacets of this man and why he is an athlete. And picking the nose of Cara Noir and eating the boogers. That's fantastic.
I mean, you know, a bit of a pre-match snack just to keep the energy levels high.
You are disgraceful. Going straight up to the merch table now.
This is where things get dangerous.
Oh!
Cara Noir now bringing Gene Munny back onto that entranceway.
Right in front of the
no.
Oh, come on.
What's he going for now? Turned it into a back body drop. I mean, we know that Cara Noir's got that package pile driver in his arsenal.
Ladies and gentlemen, who wants a taste of Ainsley Lariat?
Oh, he's calling for one of the most vicious clotheslines you will ever see.
He's calling for Ainsley.
If he hits that, he will be punching his ticket to that main event. And Cara, slow to his feet. Misses
And you see that there, tees right into that low ceiling face first.
Wow, very clever.
I mean, that's not something you can kind of prepare for.
No.
I mean, not every show has got an entranceway like this one here at the Clash. That was smart from Cara Noir.
Very, very clever. Now this just prolonged beatdown.
Using the big guy's own momentum against him.
Laughing while he's doing it. I think he thinks he's creating art right now, Ollie.
He's just unhinged, if you ask me.
That's a good word for him.
Say there's very few wrestlers I've never been able to figure out, and I think Cara Noir could be making the very short list that bamboozle me.
It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, these two. One creates art and the other one thinks he is art.
I was going to say one creates it, one will probably try and eat it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Put some sauce on it and there's the chop.
If you don't think Sexual Gammon considers herself a masterpiece, you should sit down and have another conversation with him.
More like a master chef, maybe.
Oh, vicious Irish whip. You just see the ring moving.
Whiplash on the back of Gene Munny's neck.
Cara Noir, though, clever to take both legs, and that's the thing. No matter what's going on, he is always considering how much energy his opponent has. And lifting both legs means there's a stronger kick out needed, and means more energy expended at the hands of Gene Munny. Like he's got to keep digging deep, and he's already exhausted. Look at him; he's absolutely out of it already.
Just a kick to the ribs. And no matter how well padded Gene Munny's ribs are, that's still going to hurt when they're coming from a boot from Cara Noir, the educated feet of the Black Swan.
Look at those elbows just laying into Cara.
Oh! A diving clothesline. You see Cara Noir putting in his entire body into that one. But just gets the 2 count.
Gene trying to rally the crowd behind and get some energy. These two men have given so much already in this main event.
That's the thing, when you have the crowd behind you, that's like wind in your sails. That gives you a bit of an adrenaline rush when they're cheering for, and that could be what Gene Munny needs right now. He's taking an absolute beat down from Cara Noir in this match. Nice snap there.
Oh,
another educated kick. Should I say educated feet? And to be fair, I mean that was a kick straight to Gene Munny's favourite spine.
Yeah, I mean he's I mean you've only got one, it might as well be your favourite.
It's his best one, really.
Yeah, I would agree. It's a good spine. As far as spines go, it's pretty good. And Cara Noir content to attack it, knowing if he can get the base of Gene Munny down, there's a better chance of him not making a kind of comeback that Gene's known for. And obviously can't mount the offense with the Ainsley Lariat if he can't run for it.
I mean, the whole point of a Lariat is that you can put as much as your physical force into it as possible. And a lot of that comes from your shoulder blades, your trapezius muscles, your back and your spine. You need that strength to throw that Lariat. And if Cara Noir takes that strength away, then Ainsley Lariat becomes, kind of loses his danger almost.
Yeah. You got to think. And what is Cara doing here?
It looks like lipstick to me.
Oh, he's trying to mark Gene Munny.
Dress him up.
Gene Munny happy to eat boogers, but not happy to put makeup on apparently.
Oh, what a forearm!
Applies some of his own with his forearm. Just tried to eat the lipstick.
Oh, a nice shotgun-style drop kick from Sexual Gammon.
Oh, misses.
Charging into the corner, and Cara Noir doing the wise thing, just getting out of the way. That would have been dangerous.
What more have these guys got?
You see Cara Noir right now. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if that was intentional or he just kind of almost collapsed out of the way.
Oh, that's clever. Hyperextend the arm.
And again, that pulls on the shoulder and that kind of upper back and lower neck area. And I'm pretty sure that's the arm, also known as Ainsley Lariat.
Oh, now kicking the arm as well. Employing that martial arts background.
And this is the thing, much as Cara Noir has a fractured mind, you know, much as black belt Tom Dawkins is a thing of the past, that physical ability, that muscle memory, just the knowledge of how to kick someone's head off of their shoulders, that has not gone anywhere. Cara Noir is every bit as dangerous as the black belt was.
He's just enhanced himself. He's turned himself into an artist who maintained the skills he'd learned. And now, I think Cara senses the end.
Calling for his spotlight.
What's that whether this is going? A good one.
Oh, he puts on the brakes.
Oh, no.
What the hell is happening right now?
Oh, I've seen this before.
Oh, running his tongue.
Oh,
Gene. I mean, putting money where his mouth is.
Oh, Gene looks very offended. He's been touched in a way he didn't like.
He did not enjoy that. Oh, running forearm.
It seems to have really awakened something. Don't lick Gene Munny. Don't touch what you can't afford.
Oh, but a quick reversal there from Cara. Oh! Through the middle rope.
Beautifully done.
Springboard spear from Gene Munny. And here we go, a gammon ball from Gene Munny.
That's a big man laying into your lower ribs.
And that is almost like a move that you wouldn't expect from a guy the size of Gene Munny. And here we go, he's up the top.
Beautiful.
But there was no one home.
And Cara senses an opportunity. Both men struggling to get to their feet.
Off the ropes. Oh, short German suplex.
Oh.
To Gene Munny.
Oh, wow.
He was going for a kick. Oh, look at that. Almost like a one-arm power bomb there from Gene Munny.
One,
power
two.
display could be in the final.
You saw Cara calling for that spotlight.
So close.
Thought that was going to be it. Thought he was going to lead up with the kick he's so well known for to the mush. And Gene spotting it early. Not enough. He's going to have to pull out something special like the Ainsley Lariat. For Cara, he's going to need to employ those kicks and really try and knock out Gene Munny. I think that's the only thing he can do at this point.
Oh, we've seen the gammon ball. He's thrown almost everything he's got. I mean, look at both these guys. This whole show has just been end to end, just exhilarating stuff. I'm struggling to catch my breath right now.
Here we go. This could be the end.
Here comes Ainsley.
Call.
Oh no! Wait.
Catches him again.
Spins him round. So he's going for a. Oh, there's that capoeira kick.
Oh, he's so quick and right behind the ear. Gene could be out. This could be it.
Super kick. It's got him in a neck breaking position. Oh my goodness. Snapping down on the back of Gene Munny's neck.
Oh,
but just
so
a two.
close. And you can see the desperation on Cara's face. How badly he wants to be in that triple threat.
And that was almost like a rude awakening style neck breaker. You know, most neck breakers hurt, but that one really jars your spine.
Cara really needs to go for a curtain call here.
Oh, it looks like is he going for that package pile driver?
Trying.
We've seen him used to effect so many times.
Stiff right hand.
But then one in return from Cara.
So quick.
Spinning power slam. 2, 3. Oh, so close. And teams, do not forget what is on the line. The winner of this match. We could be seeing our first ever Pro Wrestling Clash champion right now. Whoever wins this match will be going to our next main event. They will face Sammy Smooth. They will face CJ Carter. And folks, that will not be a clash. That will be a battle to the death for the gold. But seems the question is Gene Munny going to overcome the Black Swan?
Well, that's the thing. And he's got very limited fuel reserves.
And just a leaping forearm there from Cara.
Perfectly placed. And what is Cara going to do? Open palm to the chest. Clever. Knocked the wind out of Gene Munny. What has he got here?
He's going for a superplex. And this will take a lot of strength from Cara to take the big man over from the top.
He's trying.
Could level the ring right now. Gene Munny worms out of it.
He's almost got Cara in a compromising position.
Oh, he's turned him round.
You've got to be kidding me.
There's no way.
No.
There is no way Gene Munny is going to side suplex Cara Noir into the crowd.
This will break both men, but if this is what it takes. Straight to the face, rake in the eyes.
And I think right there, that's all Cara could do. That was either he's either do that or it was going to be the end.
Look at that though. Look at that. The performance artistry of Cara Noir will always live out. And
lip lock from Cara Noir.
And look at Gene's face.
Oh, that was just a palm thrust to the chest. That's a second and a third and a fourth. I think Cara Noir right now is regretting his life choices.
Like a Lucky Cat statue, just slapping him over and over again.
And Gene's now. Oh, wait a second though. Oh my goodness! Neck breaker off the vertical suplex. 2, 4. So close.
That was like a modified Oshigoroshi. Nasty. Getting the body up and then landing that neck full force on your knee.
That was vicious from Cara Noir. I have no idea how Gene Munny's head is still attached to the rest of his body.
I don't know how he's even moving right now. The unorthodox movements of Cara Noir as he just twitches back to life.
And again,
I think this could be
setting up for that small package. I mean, and say Gene Munny, there's not going to be a small package. That's going to be a sizable package at least.
Nicely done there, Ollie, and of course.
Oh, and I think he was going
just
for that.
Went for the knee.
He was going for that that slingshot spear, and Cara Noir saw him coming. Yeah, caught him flush on the top of the head with that knee.
Gene looks out right now. Oh no!
He's going for on the apron.
That's the hardest part of the ring.
Yeah, hardest part of the ring. We say all the time.
And his career, Jesus
my
Christ.
goodness!
There's no. Oh my God!
Gene Munny
no need.
Dropped straight down on his head, on his neck, on his spine, on that apron, with that small package pile driver.
I mean, man, he could be completely out. Like that's utterly vicious. He's not moving.
Gene Munny is not moving, folks. Cara Noir cannot even lift him to get back into the ring.
I mean, he's trying, but he's just dead weight at this point.
Gene Munny is dead weight.
This could be a count out.
I mean, in theory, a count-out victory would still put Cara Noir's place in the final against Sammy Smooth and CJ Carter. It's not the way we really want to see the main event end, but I'm sure Cara Noir would take that victory over any more punishment from Gene Munny.
Cara just going for the pose, not realizing,
at
of
the
course,
last second.
Gene just with a little bit of life left in him. And Cara, just the look on his face.
Sexual gammon.
Wow.
And that right there is a sign. That is a message from Gene Munny straight to Cara Noir. You throw your best shot at me, I'm still here.
Saying it doesn't matter what you do, I'm still going to be alive. Still going to be kicking with an Ainsley lariat!
Lands Cara Noir on the back of his neck. And Cara Noir now just rolling.
And this could be
on the edge. 1, 2, 3. Oh! And there you see the ring awareness from Cara Noir. Getting that right leg onto the rope to break the count. And that's the thing, Teach. No energy wasted during that pinfall.
Go for another 3 count and couldn't quite get it. Got the 2.
This thing, Cara Noir is smart. He knows exactly how to avoid the pinfall. Every time you kick out in a wrestling match, folks, you are expending energy. And that is energy right now that Cara Noir needs to save for the closing moments of this match.
Oh, pulling him by his hair.
In front of everyone! It's time you taste Ainsley Lariat!
We're going to see another Ainsley
good
Lariat.
Oh,
and referee being pulled into play
the
again.
referee moved him out. And
low blow.
Come on.
Low blow.
Oh, and of course, now the distraction.
Small pack, medium-sized package.
1,
Driver.
2,
3. And our second main event for the next show has been booked through referee distractions,
Introducing your winner,
underhand tactics.
Mark your calendars, folks. April 29th at Fresh Out the Kitchen. It'll be Cara Noir, Sammy Smooth, and CJ Carter for the title.
You know what? It took a kick to the money bags for Cara Noir to really get the edge there. He hit that package pile driver on the apron, and Gene Munny's still able to stay alive after that.
A damn shame, because what a contest this was between two of the most unusual people you'll ever see in a wrestling ring. And now the question becomes who's going to come out on top?
Who's got what it takes to be crowned our first ever Pro Wrestling Clash champion?
No respect being shown. Of course, Cara not want to share the spotlight.
Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed your night as much as well.
Oh, come on.
It's not over.
This is not necessary.
Second package.
Oh,
wait a second.
Sammy
Sammy
Smooth.
Smooth. Sammy Smooth that hit to save the day for Gene Munny.
This could be shades of what's happening next time we're in town.
A little taste of what the main event is going to look like next time at Pro Wrestling Clash. Well, folks, I've been the Mastermind Ollie Spring, joined by TJ Lee.
And we'll see you guys next time.